Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. And today's very easy puzzle is called Canada Day 2025 by Full Deck and Missing a Few Cards. If you notice, this is unfortunately much later than the actual Canada Day, but yeah, I just basically do the puzzles when I get to them, essentially. But happy belated Canada Day for all our friends in Canada. Um, I hope you had a good one. And let's get to the rules. We have Sudoku, parity lines, and consecutive dots. Okay, so we have standard Sudoku rules apply where the digits 1 through 9 appear in every row, column, and box. We have a parity line here, which is red, very appropriate for one. It's one of the national colors, I believe, of Canada, along with white, which is what the entire grid is. At least that's what the colors are on their flag. Where digits along a parity line alternate between odd and even. So if this were odd, this would have to be even. Well, they would also be because they're consecutive. But if this is odd, this would have to be even. If this is even, this would have to be odd. And it would alternate on the parity line. And then finally, there are consecutive dots, or white crop key dots, where digits separated by a white dot are consecutive. So for example, if this were a 6, this would have to be a 5 or a 7 to make sure that these digits are consecutive. And also, if you want to subscribe to their mailing list to receive a weekly email with all of their puzzles from the past week. So if you enjoy this puzzle and you want to do similar puzzles related to it, go to their mailing list at missingdeck.net/mailing.html. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, we have some givens here. 1867. I think this is July 1st for Canada Day. I don't know what the year. These looks like years. 1867 to 1982. I don't know what they signify. Apologies for that. I'm just not as well versed on Canadian history. I think 1867 might be something related to like self-governance or something. I don't think they're like Canada was never fully independent, I believe. I think it's still actually part of the Commonwealth, the British Commonwealth. But they have some sort of they have their own autonomy, right? They can vote for their own prime minister, I believe. Anyways, we have given digits here. This is a 1. We have to have 289 in the rest of this lower central box, and they cannot be in row 9. So they would be consecutive here. So one of these has to be 8, 9. The other one has to be 2, and 2 can only be consecutive with 1 or 3, but we already have a 1 in the box. So this must be 2, 3, and 8, 9 somewhere in this box. 1 cannot be here or here, so 1 has to be one of these two. Well, since 1 is one of these two, these are both. One of these has to be odd, which makes the other one odd, because they'll alternate between odd and even digits. Therefore, this is an even digit, this is an even digit, right? Because 1 can, in this upper central box, 1 can't be anywhere else. 1 has to be one of these two cells. Since 1 is one of these two cells, one of them is odd, and the other one has to be the same parity, because they're both different parities than this cell. So they both have to be odd. This is odd, this is even, this is odd, and we can go through this parity line coloring the every other one as a set, as the same set. So these are odd. This is even then. So this is odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. So these two are odd. which makes this even. Odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. So these all must be even. The rest have to be all odd. These are all odd. These are all odd. Well, if you're consecutive with another digit, you must be the opposite parity also. So because these are even, they must be with odd digits here to be consecutive. These are odd, so they must be with even digits to be consecutive. These are even digits, they must be with odd digits to be consecutive. And these odd digits are with even digits, so these are even here, which makes this an odd digit to be consecutive with an even digit. And this is 1 is an odd digit. 1 here is an odd digit. 7 is an odd digit. 7 also here is an odd digit. 9 is odd. 2 and 8 are even. 8 and 6 are even. 1 is odd. Well, in the upper left-hand box, we have 4 even digits, so the rest must be odd. So these are all odd. In the upper central box, we have 5 odd digits, so the rest must be even. In row 1, we have 4 even digits, so the rest must be odd. This has to be one of each. And in row 3, we have 5 odd digits, which makes this even. In this left central box, we have 5 odd digits, which means that this cannot be odd. This is even. Same with this right. Sorry, I said right central. It's left central, but the right central also has the same scenario because it's the same shape. So this must be even also. We have 4 evens in row 5, which eliminates evens in the rest of that row. So this is all odd. We have 5 odds in the central box, which means the rest are even. Okay. In column 3, we have 4 evens, so the rest of the digits have to be odd. In this lower central box, we have 5 odds, so this must be even. In column 7, we have 4 evens, so the rest must be odd. In column 9, we have 4 evens, so the rest must be odd. So this is odd, and these are odd. In this upper right-hand box, we have 5 odds, so this must be even. And the rest we don't really know. These cannot be 3 or 9 here. Therefore, and this can't be 2 or 8. So we know 3 or 9 are here, and 2 or 8 are here. This must be a 4 or a 6. This must be 2 or 4 here. That's only consecutive with 1, 3, or 5 here. This is 2, 4, or 8. This is also 2, 4, or 8. One of these has to be an 8, but we don't know which. This could be, 1 cannot be here, 7 cannot be here. This can't be 1 or 7. This is 3, 5, or 9. We have the rest of column 5 is 3, 5, or 9. So this must be 3 or 5. And it cannot be 3 because the 3 has to be consecutive with the 2 in one of these crop key dots. So this must be a 5, which means this can't be 5. This can't be 5. This is a 3 or 9. This becomes a 3, 5, 9 triplet in this middle box. This 3, 5, 9 triplet eliminates 3, 5, and 9 in the rest of row 5. So this must be 1 or 7. This must be 1 or 7. 1 is only consecutive with 2. 7 can be consecutive with 6 or 8. So this is 2, 6, or 8. This cannot be 4 because 4 is only consecutive with 3 or 5. What else do we have? One of these is odd, one of these is even. This is 4 or 6. These digits are 2, 4, or 6 here. Where is the 8 in column? Well, where's the 8 in this upper right-hand box? Cannot be here. It must be one of these two. So this cannot be 8 here. This is 2 or 6. These digits cannot be 2. So it's 4, 6, and 8. That 4, 6, 8 triplet eliminates 4, 6, and 8 in the rest of the box. So this can't be 6. This is 2. This must be 1 then to be consecutive with it, which means this can't be 1. This is 7, which makes that 8. This can't be 8 here. It can't be 8 here. This is 4, 6, or 8. That means this could be 3, 5, or 9 because it can't be 7. 4 and 6 is only consecutive with 3, 5, or 7. This has to be 8 with 4 or 6. 2 has to be one of these two. 3 has to be consecutive with the 2, and 9 has to be consecutive with the 8 because there's no other combination. That leaves 4 and 6 have to be here, and 6 cannot be here. 8 can't be here, so 8 has to be one of these two, which eliminates 8 here. Therefore, this is 2, which makes this 3 to be consecutive. That eliminates 3 here and 2 here. 9 is one of these with 8. This is 4 or 6. So this must be 7 or 9, which leaves this as a 6-8 pair. Because there's 9 is only consecutive with 8. 7, therefore, must be consecutive with the 6. So this can't be 6. This is 4. We have 2, 6, 8 remaining in column. And this can't be 7 because of 7 in the column. So this is 9, which makes this 7. This 9 forces this to be 8. 7 forces this to be 6. So this cannot be 8 here or 8 here. This can't be 9. This can't be 3, so this is 9, which means this can't be 9 here. The remaining digits in the even cells in the central box are 4 and 8. Okay, this is 2 or 4. Okay, so one of these has to be 8. This has to be a 4, 6, 8 triplet then. This can't be 2, 6, or 8, so that makes this 4. None of these can be 4. This becomes a 6, 8 pair. That leaves this as a 2. The remaining digits in row 1 are 3, 5, and 9. So this is 3, 5, and 9. That leaves these digits as 1 and 7. That eliminates 1 and 7 in the rest of the column, so this has to be 3, 5, and 9. This can't be 3 or 9 because of 3 or 9 in the row, so this is a 5, which eliminates 5 from being here and being here. 1 can only be consecutive with 2, so this can't be 1. This is 7, which must be consecutive with 6 or 8. Well, 6 or 8 is only consecutive here with 5 or 9. It can't be with 3. This 7 eliminates 7 here, so this is 1. This cannot be 1 here, therefore 1 has to be here. This leaves this as 3, 5, and 9 as possibilities. Where is the 7 in row 2? Can't be here because of the 7 in the column. These can't be 7 because, well, this can't be 7 because it's even. The 7 eliminates 7 from the rest of this box, and this can't be 7 because of the 7 in the box. So this must be 7 here. That means, where's the 7 in row 9? Can't be here or here, so this must be 7. That leaves the rest of the digits as 3 and 6 in row 9. Where is 7 in row 6? It must be one of these two. How about row 8? It has to be one of those two. Okay, we have 3, 5, and 9 remaining in the rest of the upper left-hand box for the odd digits. This is 3, 5, or 9. That's consecutive with 3 can be next to 2 or 4. 5 can be next to 4 or 6. 9 can be next to 8. So those could, and it cannot be 8. So since this can't be 8, this can't be 9. 2, 4, and 6 are consecutive with 1, 3, and 5. There's no 7 involved, and we can't have a 9 there. These are all 2, 4, and 6, which eliminates 2, 4, and 6 in the rest of the column. This can't be 2, 4, 6, so this is 3, which makes this 6. That's 3 in the corner. We celebrate because we know we're getting close to solving it, and this is odd, and this is even. Well, we need an even here, and it has to be 8. Well, 8 can't be here, therefore this must be 8 here, and is the even, which forces this to be odd because we now have 4 evens in column 1. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 5, which makes this 9. That 9 eliminates 9 here, so this is 3, which makes this 9. These can't be 9 here. This is 8. We have... we don't even know. 5 is only consecutive with 4 or 6, which is only consecutive with 3 or 5 here then. Out of 2, 4, and 6. These can't be 5. This is a 3, 9 pair. Where is the 1 then in row 4? It can only be here because it can't be here because of the 1 in the box. Can't be here because of the 1 in the box. Can't be here because of the Kropke dots. So this is 1 here. That eliminates 1 here, so 1 has to be one of these. We have 1, 2, 4, 5 remaining in this lower left-hand box. This can't be 2, though. This can't be 1. This is odd, so it cannot be 4. It's 5, which eliminates 5 here. This has to be consecutive with 2 or 4. It can't be 1, 5, or 7, so 9 can't be here either because that's only consecutive with 8. So this must be 3, which makes this 9, which makes that 3. This can't be 5 or 9, so this is 3. This can't be 3, so this is 5. 5 is only consecutive with 4 out of 2 and 4, so this is 4, this is 2. This 4 eliminates 4 here, so that's 2, which means this can't be 2. This becomes a 1, 4 pair. 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 5. And this could be 4 or 6. This can't be 2 because of the 2 in the row. Where is the 2 in column 1? It has to be here. Therefore, this can't be 2. This is 6, which makes this 2. This 2 eliminates 2 here. Where is the 2 in this upper right-hand box? It must be here. So we should have all the 2's now. 5 eliminates 5 here, so this is 9. 9 is only consecutive with 8, so this is 8. This can't be 4 or 8. Sorry, it can't be 6 or 8, so this is 4, which makes this 6. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 4, which makes that 6. 8 eliminates 8 here, so that's 4 and 8. This can no longer be 3. This digit has to be a 9. Let's see what else we have. This digit has to be a 3. That eliminates 3 here, so this is 5, which makes that 3. 5 eliminates 5 here, so this is 7, which makes this 5. This can no longer be 7. Where is the 7 in row 8? It has to be here. So this is 7 and is an odd. We now have 5 odds in row 8, which eliminates odd in the rest of the row. So this is even, this is odd. Since this is even, it must be 4. This is 1. That leaves this as a 1. This is even. 4 cannot be here because of the 4 in the row. This can't be 3 or 5, so this is 9, which is only consecutive with 8. So this is 8. That makes this 6, which makes that 8. Obviously, this can't be 8. 7's only consecutive with 6 out of 4 and 6. So this is 6, this is 4, this is 6, and this must be 4. 3 eliminates 3 here, so it's 5, and this is a 3. Canada was created on July 1st, 1867. On July 1st, 1982, the former Dominion Day became Canada Day, which is Happy Canada Day. So that's when Canada became its own thing, I guess. When they could start electing their own prime minister and essentially run as their own nation. Even though I believe they're still actually part of the Commonwealth, though. Anyways, happy Canada Day, guys. Which I guess it's again probably about a month late, but happy belated Canada Day. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku. And I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.